Now, to introduce our fifth speaker for the opposition, our final speaker in tonight's debate, to conclude the entirety of the debate for the opposition, Olivia Swan.
Thank you. So the arguments of the proposition are all very romantic and based on personal stories and sentimentality. There has also been a lot of talk about identity and history and the importance of them in this debate. However, I'm here to bore you with the facts. Before I start, though, I would just like to clarify that any facts and statistics I'm using have been taken from citizensinformation.ie and NI Direct and other official government websites. So when Ireland left the UK in 1922, the terrible economy caused mass immigration as the people were plagued with poverty. At a time, Ireland was also known as the most indebted country in the European Union. Northern Ireland leaving the UK could cause a financial crisis as bad, if not worse, bankrupting the Republic. It was because of this financial crisis that Ireland had to shift healthcare financing onto private sources. Ireland is the only Western European country that does not offer free healthcare. €60 to see the GP, €100 to go to A&E, and €144 a month for prescriptions. Only 36% of people in Ireland have a medical card, giving them access to free healthcare, leaving the average family of four paying €3,200 a year for health insurance. People who get their income from social welfare are entitled to a medical card. However, people who work, the income limit to receive a medical card is below that of the job seekers allowance. While the government has never lowered the income to below the job seekers allowance, it just hasn't been raised since 2006. The Irish Cancer Society has said that cancer patients pay €1,200 a month for chemo, drugs and hospital visits. This society has also pleaded with the HSE to stop using debt collection agencies to pursue cancer patients without health insurance. To make matters worse, Irish medical costs are increasing 6 times faster than inflation, and Irish government ministers, no thank you, have given tax breaks to private hospitals, which is only encouraging a further growth in the sector. Let's also hope your house never catches fire, because down south, believe it or not, it costs up to €750 per hour for the fire brigade. And there's also, no thank you. It costs €116 to sit your leaving cert and €326 if you need to resit. All of these charges have led to almost half of adults under 30 in the south to still be living with their parents. No thank you. If Ireland's economy is taking off as much as you say, then why do they charge all of these fees? Northern Ireland has one civil servant for every 80 people, while the Republic has one civil servant for every 129 people. Now, the equaling down of the Northern Ireland civil service to match that of the Republic in a United Ireland situation would lay off over 8,000 people. The entire public sector would take a hit with widespread redundancies. The European Commission recently released a report stating that the Republic of Ireland has one of the smallest police forces in Europe per head of population, so we would likely see redundancies in the police as well.
Point of information, would that be... No, thank you, okay.
While the salary of primary school headmasters ranges widely, I calculated the median in the UK as £56,000, while down south the median is €51,000. The exchange rate at the time of research transfers that to £42,000. Mix that in with the fact that the cost of living is 15% higher, that equates to that person taking home £36,000. Therefore, a vote for a United Ireland as a primary school headmaster is a vote for a £20,000 pay cut. The UK also has a Motability scheme, which is a non-means tested allowance that gives working and non-working people a car, scooter or powered wheelchair. This scheme also replaces the car every 3 years, includes free insurance, road tax, free servicing and repairs. Ireland does not have an equivalent scheme. Would you like to tell somebody that their Motability car is going to be taken away just so you can say you finally have your United Ireland? You talk of the opportunities and possibilities of a United Ireland, but how great are the opportunities for the teenager who cannot afford to reset their leaving cert? In the last 100 years, 27 people in the UK have won a Nobel Prize in Medicine, while only one in Ireland has won a Nobel Prize in Medicine. I can tell from that figure alone that the opportunities and possibilities are greater within the UK.
That point.
No, thank you. Your arguments that Northern Ireland is a burden politically and economically on the UK is invalid, as that is why unions were created in the first place, for economically weak countries to come together and be stronger together. I also heard arguments of how unification would lead to increase and improvements of public services, which I find hard to believe, and if it was, it would lead to crippling taxes. There was also talk about how economies of scale would be achieved in the United Ireland, but this would just lead to job losses. While the subsidy of £10 billion is relatively small compared to the size of the British economy and budget, it is massive compared to the Irish budget. Ireland might also get a shock in a few years at how much it is going to have to contribute to the EU budget. Meanwhile, us here in Northern Ireland do not have to contribute to the EU budget, but still have access to the EU single market. And thank you. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you to everyone who has contributed in tonight's debate.